Hey everyone, here I am back after a long time. So today I'm talking about internship in Australia. So the first question, what is an internship? So internship is your first year after graduation where you work as a doctor, is a paid year, you get a salary, and all the local graduates in Australia have to do that year. So it's a first year of work as a doctor and it's called PGY1. So it is postgraduate year one. And the question is it possible to get an internship as an IMG? And the great answer is yes, it is possible. So before COVID, it was almost impossible to be honest. All the intern positions were only for local graduates. And there have been a shift in the last 3 to 4 years. And I have seen more and more IMGs securing intern positions. And I believe Australia is trying to help IMGs get in more junior positions so they can, build their career from scratch in Australia. So totally possible to get an internship position as an IMG. Um, of course, there are higher and higher chances to get an internship if you are already living in Australia. If you are living overseas, there's still some chances, like minimal chances, but still possible. So I will still, recommend and advise you to apply, even if the chances are minimal if you're overseas, but it's good to do it. And then, what are the benefits to start as an intern? So, to start as an intern, I mean, you're getting a salary, you're getting paid. The pay is enough to survive. The good thing is you get proper orientation, proper teaching. They know it's your first year. There is no expectations, high expectations. There is less expectation, and gap is not an issue. So, I know a lot of IMG who have like 5 years, 6 year gap. One of the solution of the gap, they always tell you, oh, you can do some recency of practice in your country. Yes, but another solution is you get an intern position in Australia because they don't care about the gap then because you are starting from scratch and you are starting as a PGY one, which means, from your first year after graduation. Even if you have done an intern year in your country before, it's not an issue. You can still get an intern position in Australia. You would read everywhere that it says, oh, if you have done an intern position in your country, you are not eligible for internship positions, but that's not true. I know a lot of people who already did an internship and they still got an intern position in Australia. And it saves you from all the recency of praxis things as well if you're able to get an intern position. The other good thing is it ensures that you get all your mandatory rotations. So as you know, as an IMG, when you start working here, you're expected to do 3 mandatory rotations, which are ED, Surge, and Gen Med. So I did this rotation as an PGY2, which means as an RMO, HMO, sorry, or GMO, all of these mean the same. So that means your internship is done, is valid. My internship was from Spain. APRA accepted my internship. So I started working as an RMO and my hospital was very good and they gave me all my mandatory rotations that I need, which is ED, Surge, and Gen Med. I have completed that. But in some cases, if you start working as an RMO, HMO, the hospital may not be able to give you a surgical rotation on your first year. So you have to have it on your second year, and that will delay the process of getting your general registration. But if you start as an intern, it is mandatory for the hospital to give you all your rotation. All the interns need to have ED, surgeon, med rotations. And that's one of the benefits of starting as an intern is that you don't have to worry about your rotations. I know IMGs who started as an RMO, their hospital did not have a surgical rotation, and then they had to change hospitals to get the surgical rotation, and everything gets a bit delayed. But if you start as an intern, you will always have all your rotations covered, and you don't have to worry about that. And that's one of the other benefits. And then how to apply for internship. So there are national campaigns. So they open in May. Now they are closed, but they have been open. They were open this May. So you just have to, Google internship campaign and then any states that you want. So the state that is more IMG friendly is Queensland. So you get the medical internship and you go applying for medical internship, how to apply, and then you get the online portal. But the application is currently closed. So if we see here, they opened in the 6th of May, closed on the 5th of June. Every year, they open in the similar date. So next year, they will be open on that date. And these dates are to start, this is to start in February 2026. So now they are recruiting they are recruiting interns, local graduates, and some IMGs to start working as an intern in February 2026. So the next year they will apply, they will open for 2027. So the most IMG friendly, I would say, or the states that take more IMGs for internship, definitely Queensland. I know about one, two, three, four, almost six IMGs working in Queensland as an interns. And then you got South Australia also offers some rural placements for IMGs. And then Tasmania also offers some IMGs, some intern positions for IMGs. And then Victoria is very, I have never heard anyone getting an intern position in Victoria, but keep applying. You know, if you can make the application, just make it just in case, because even in Tasmania, the application is only meant to be for local graduates, and they tell you, oh, you are not eligible to do the application, but just try to get through the application no matter what, and just try to scheme through it and get it done. Because I know that if you do the application, even if they say you are not eligible, there is always a chance that they will contact you later in the year and tell you, oh, we can give you an intern position. So I know a friend that had this similar situation. So Tasmania hires IMGs as an intern. Queensland, definitely. This is the one that you never should miss in your applications. I'm not sure about Western Australia. I'm not sure about Northern Territory. I don't know IMGs working there as an intern, so I'm not sure. But I would say just apply everywhere. You never know your chances. You never know if that hospital one day is missing an intern and you get the chance to do it. The other way to apply is the private stream internship. So the private stream internships are internship in private hospitals. So it doesn't matter if you start in a public or a private hospital, both of things work for you for your work in Australia. Both of things are valid to get your general registration. So how do you find that? So you just go and Google um, private stream, sorry. So you say private stream internship Australia. And this is the first and this is the website. So it's not open yet. So last year it's opened on the 18th of September until October. So I believe this year will open similarly. So they will open in September. So keep an eye on this, especially if you are looking to get into an intern position, which I really recommend applying, even if you have done an internship back in your home country. And you can apply with only AMC one as well. So definitely something worth applying. So private stream internship, you may hear that for this you need AMC2 as well, because it says that in the criteria, but I know IMGs who got it with AMC1. So don't believe everything that is written there, because sometimes there is exceptions and sometimes they contact you even if you don't have all the eligibility things. So they say, oh, you can only get it if you're already living in Australia. But definitely there are overseas IMGs who also got intern positions in Australia. So you never know, just apply and see what your luck is. Another way to get internship is emailing directly the hospitals and inquiring about intern positions. So now they are doing the active recruitment, but the internships will start in February 2026. So it's really worth it that around December or January, you start contacting every single hospital in Australia and asking them if they have an intern positions, because there are people who don't want to do an intern position and take a gap year, people who go overseas, and there are always some vacancies and some positions that are not filled with anyone. So just write emails to every hospital, call every hospital and ask if they have an intern position. And I know IMGs who did AMC1 and then they started calling, and then got an intern position, and they actually passed their AMC1 in November 2024, and by February 2025 they were already working as an intern in Australia. I have to say that the person I know was already living in Australia as well, and they got the intern position actually. So definitely worth it. Yeah, try it. People got it like that. So there are the three ways to get intern position. I definitely recommend everyone to apply for intern position for your first job in Australia. Even if you have done already an intern position, just apply. You may get rejected and not get it, but you may get it as well. So it's always the 50-50 balance that it's worth trying. Another thing that I wanna say that you guys should pay attention, especially for those who did med school in China or have done Chinese internships. So if you have done a Chinese internship, but you have not taken the Chinese license and exam, so you don't have registration in China, your internship will not be valid in Australia. And that's an issue with a lot of people that are from, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh that went to China to do their MBBS. So just be careful that the China internship is not valid because you don't hold a registration while doing that internship. So what you will have to do is there are two options. So either go back to your home country and do your internship in there. So you can apply to RMO position, to HMO position. The other option will be to secure an intern position in Australia. So what I recommend is go for both of them. I mean, you never know. You may not get an intern position in Australia. It's worth trying, but there is always a risk that you will not get it. So you should have a plan B to do your intern year in your home country. Otherwise, you will be stuck and you will not be able to progress in your career. Um, and yeah, there are IMGs in this situation. There are IMGs who unfortunately could not get an intern position in Australia. So they have to go back to their home country, do an internship, and then come back and try to find jobs as PGY2, which is second year postgraduates, which are RMO, HMO, and GMO. So definitely be careful if you have an internship from China. Uh, and you can get an internship in Australia, and then you start from Australia from scratch without having to go to your home country to do the internship. But there is always a risk, okay? So be careful about that. My friend had an internship from China. She got an RMO position first. They did not accept APRA. So APRA is the regulation, authority. So APRA was not happy for her to start as an RMO, and they said, "Oh, I don't agree with your internship. I don't accept your internship. You should get an intern position." Either anywhere else, either in Australia. Luckily, she was able to get an intern position in Australia. Now her things are sorted, but it's been very stressful as well. So be careful if you do have a Chinese internship because it doesn't get accepted in general. So you have to do a valid internship. And I think that's it for everything for internship. So definitely worth applying. I know there are minimal chances if you are overseas, but still there are chances. So if other people got it, you may get it as well. And that's my philosophy always. Never say never, never say impossible. Just try, even if it's 1%, just try. And applying for internships and applying for jobs is free. So that's what you should do all the time, every day. So remember, keep applying for RMO jobs, give a try to intern job. You never know where you get lucky. So I hope this video has made a clear idea which are the ways to get an intern positions. And if you have any questions, just drop them in the comments and I will get back to you. And thank you so much. We'll see you soon in my next videos as well. Goodbye.